Hello there and welcome back to Pallegney. I think what we're going to do for today is pick up the pellet maker and the feed table for it and set it up in our warehouse and pulverize our hay and straw bales. I think we'll also finish preparing our own fields for next year so we can finish liming them, and I think that's really all we need to do. Maybe we can fertilize the grass fields that we mowed last month. We'll probably get one more cut out of them before we churn up the grass and plant the next crop in them. They won't grow over winter, but I think come March we'll be able to get one more chop out of them. And I think if we go into our menu here, we check the chickens. They look like they need some food. Let's check our prices. So we have quite a bit of bread to offload. I think that's the only thing we have left to get rid of at this point. So let's take a look at our bread prices. 3242. That's actually a really good price. So we can sell our bread. Where are we going to take it? We're going to take it over to Kochi Express. So we'll do that first thing as soon as we fed our chickens, and then we will carry on with the day. So with that said, let's do our usual whip over the fence and let's grab our... Where's our trailer? There it is over here. Let's jump in our tractor with the trailer and let's fill up the barley. So 7,000 litres of barley. I think that's probably going to be a little too much, isn't it? 7135. What do we have in the animal pen? 1808. Nope, that's perfect. Okay. Looks like our artificially intelligent friend has made zero progress. Yep, just sitting there in the middle of the road, doing nothing useful. Come on, tractor, let's get you over to the store. It's like chaperoning an elderly person. Okay, I'll get the tractor past the part where they usually get stuck, and then I'll set them on their way again. I should have known just to do it myself. And over to the chicken coop with this load of barley. Also, actually, what I will do, or what we can do this year, is buy our first goat pen. Is it goat pen? Is that what it's called? I don't remember now. A sheep pen? Yeah, I think it's a sheep pen. Anyway, whatever it's called, we'll buy one of those. We'll probably just buy the standard in-game one. Not planning on specializing in sheep and wool. In fact, we're going to have goats, not sheep. But I'm not planning on specializing in milk and cheese production. Although I will be building a dairy at some point because we have a recipe in our potato processing plant that would make really good use of milk. And let's jump out, go over to our warehouse, and let's get the bread out. What do we want here? Pallet bread. 20 pallets of bread. Perfect. I also have 2 waiting outside the bakery. So 22 pallets of bread, 3,200. That's going to be about 70,000 euros. It's not to be complained about. And that's before we started selling the pellets. I'm hoping that those 2 pallets of bread that were possessed, that we put in storage last month, have been successfully exorcised, and whatever evil spirit it was that was possessing them and making them rotate on their own has left the farm. Okay, so we have all of the bread loaded up, and I believe we have 23 pallets in total. What's really interesting is that last year we had 50 pallets of bread. Now, I'm not sure if I made some strange miscalculation or whether we just somehow had more sorghum flour last year. We did, didn't we? We had a massive surplus of wheat the year before. That's why we had so much bread. That's why we had so much flour and bread last year. Yes, I remember now. I was thinking we had 50 pallets last year and only 23 this year. How does that work? But yeah, we had a big surplus of wheat from that extra field we bought last year. At least I think we did. Or was that 2 years ago? I actually don't remember. Anyways, we have enough bread here to make us a decent profit. So we'll just offload it at Kochi Express and see how much we're getting here. 47,000. Still offloading. 27,000 plus 9,700 environmental score. So 47, 54, 74, 83,000 euros for our bread for this year. And the cycle continues. Still have a decent amount of flour to be turned into bread. And obviously we'll have our sorghum field over there to put into our grain mill when the time comes. Okay, so that is the feed table all set up and ready to go. Let's get our forklift out and let's start loading up the bales. We'll just jump in here and see how many bales we have exactly. We have... Let's take a look. We're gonna have to move some of those potatoes out of the way, I think, to get to the straw bales. But let's worry about that once we've taken care of the hay bales. So we have... How many did we say we had? I know we counted them after we put these in here. Let's count them again. 38 bales of hay to put in the pulverizer. So let's just switch over to our little tractor, get them topped up with lime, big bags, lime. We want 10,000 litres, and we're going to have to make more than one trip with this, obviously, because this spreader just doesn't have the capacity to take care of all our fields, but that's okay. Let's get our first set of bales for the season into the pulverizer. Come on, bales, behave yourself now. Stop causing mischief. We know how this ends. You're going to end up in the pulverizer anyway. Stop trying to prolong it. There we go. They are doing their best to escape, aren't they? Let's get them spiked on the forklift before they do make an escape. We are pulverizing some bales into pellets. In the meantime, let's get our next bag of lime loaded up. Or next 2 bags maybe. It's going to take a while for that bale to slide down the feed table. So got some time to load up the lime here. Okay, quick check-in with the progress update, and as usual, the pallets of pellets are causing me a nightmare. Always a painstaking process, but always financially worth it, so I am just going to be quiet, let them cause their mischief, and just work with them the best I can. I think part of the problem is they know this. They know they're worth a lot of money, and so they make you work for it. They have it written all over them. Off. It's not going to work. I'm just making an absolute mess here, aren't I? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, so the other workers over at field number 3, and I'm just going to go over there because otherwise I'm going to get very angry with these bales. Let's set them off, distributing as much of this lime as they can before we send them back to the store, and then I'll go back over here and start tidying up this absolute mess. Alright, where do I start with this? I was hoping that they would be well behaved, but I should have known better. Okay, so I've managed to get the mischievous bales back under control, and except for this one who thinks it can hide. You're not a straw bale, you can't camouflage yourself against the wood. Come on, off of there. You're a straw bale, you might be able to get away with the camouflage, but definitely not as a hay bale. Causing me all kinds of problems here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that this one gets fed to the pulverizer next. Here we go. That will learn it to be mischievous, won't it? There you go. Go in the pulverizer. You horrendous bale. Okay. So, next pile of bales here. Before I do that, let's just continue topping up the lime, the spreader. The number of bales goes down surprisingly quickly. When you put them on the feed, it looks like they move incredibly slowly, but a few journeys back and forth to the feed table, and yeah, the numbers go down pretty quickly. We've already gone through, what do we have? We have 40 or 38, and we've already gone through, I think, probably 15 or 16 of them. So it doesn't take too long to get through your stockpile, even though it looks overwhelming when you first start it. Let's just check the price of our hay pellets quickly. Currently at 936. I think we can probably start offloading those at our sell point ASAP. Even though it says their best prices next month, I don't see them becoming more valuable to us. So I will start offloading those as soon as we have a full trailer. and we can start reaping the rewards of our hay. What I will do is once I have dropped off this one last hay bale, I will collect whatever's on the output feed, load it up on the trailer, make a quick trip over to the sell point. What I also would like to do is build a sell point for our potato products, because right now they're all going to the city of Ipinal. I would like to use the train, so I might take some of the products over there, but I would also like to have an option to sell it within Pallegney. So I might look at what we can do with regards to a sell point for our potato products. I know there are a few that came with the mod. It's just a case of finding some land and building the sell point. Not actually sure if it should come out of my budget or whether it's something that I should kind of just place down and obviously manually alter my bank balance to what it was before I placed it, and kind of have it as a village initiative to build a new grocery store or whatever it is we decide to build. I'm undecided on that. I don't really want to pay for it out of my own money, but we will see. I'll have a think, and I think by the end of this month I will have made a decision. Still have the possibility of putting 2 more bales on top of these and then carrying 2 on the forklift, so I'm not going to go over to the sell point just yet. Do want to offload full trailers wherever possible, so I will wait until we have a couple more pallets. The AI workers completed their task. Oh, they actually got quite far. I'm surprised. Let's go along here then. What I'll do is just get to here, and we can get the rest of this field limed just while we're waiting for more pellets to be palletized. It saves us putting it on a worker. I know it doesn't really cost that much, but may as well keep ourselves busy rather than employing workers. Done there. We'll go up to the top of the field and just get this little piece done up here, and then we'll come back down the other side. This field is going to have soybeans in it, so we don't need to fertilize it. So really, once this pass is complete, this field is ready for sowing. Come, I think, is it March? Soybeans go in the ground, so only really 3 months away. Not that long at all. We don't have much of a break over winter. We're preparing our fields for the next sowing. Okay, so we are done here. That piece of the field will have to just go without. Oh, maybe not. There we go. We got it in there. Let's send our worker over to the sorghum field, because that's the only field left to lime at this point. Let's get some more bales loaded onto the palletizer, or loaded into the pulverizer, which will then be fed to the palletizer. We're almost ready to get these off of here without messing everything up. There we go. We're almost ready to make our first trip. In fact, I think with that bale that's just popped out onto the feed, that is exactly what we need. Or do we need one more? I think I'm not sure actually. We will check in a second. I think we might need one more, because we have one sitting outside. So 2 more for the trailer and 2 for the forklift. So yeah, one more. Okay, so that is all of our field prep done. We have limed all of our fields, we've fertilized the 2 grass fields. I'm just about to drop off, trying to think what's going to come first. What do I need to leave in the spreader? Let's see. We look at our crop calendar. What's going in the ground first? So soybeans in April, potatoes in March. So yeah, I think fertilizer is going to go in, although we're going to cut the grass in that field. So probably lime. And the snow's starting to come down pretty hard here. So let's just take a quick look at the weather, because we might have to. It's going to be snowing until 8 o'clock. So we might have to not produce any more bales, because there's that annoying bug in the system that reduces the harvest yield, even though we're not really harvesting. We'll just drop off the spreader here for now, and we'll get the pallet of pellets taken over to the sell point, and then we'll see, maybe we'll tidy up the yard a little bit, and then we'll see what else we have the option to do. So let's take a look. I wonder how much we're going to get for this absolute mountain of pellets. 28,000 litres in total. And here we go. Here comes our pellet income. Oh, what happened there? So 11,000, 8 euros. And from this load here, there we go, 67,000, about 80 or 90,000 euros from that trailer load of hay pellets. So we are starting to see a very healthy bank balance again. Okay, so let's take a look at placing our sheep pasture. And I'm going to do this month just simply because I want to get that extra month of growth in, and the water can wait until next month. It's not urgent. So let's go to our animals. I think we're going to place it in this area here. The reason for that is that it will cut this part, it will take up this space very nicely. And then what I think I'm going to do before we plant the next crop is merge these 2 fields into one. I'll probably chop down this tree just to get the merge all the way along the field. Then we've got a nice open field here, nice open field here in an L shape, and the sheep pasture can go just here. Okay, so that's the plan. Now, I did play around with this extended pastures a little bit, and I can't seem to get it to work properly, so I'm just going to place a regular sheep pen for now. We're just going to put it here. Now, I'm wondering, do I want 1 or do I want 2? That is the question. Let's check our VIP order. What is it? It's a female stone goat of 16 months. That's what we're looking for to fulfill the VIP order. So 60 stone goats, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so what we need to do then is... Oh, I didn't realise we needed to feed them grass. Oh, I didn't realise it was grass. I thought it was hay they needed. Okay, that's good to know. We have only got alfalfa hay for them for now. So that's what they'll have to deal with. I guess next time we have a growth period, they can have some grass as well. Let's go take a look at our little goaty friends. Whip over the fence. Hello, goats. It's nice to meet you. Same to you as well. Okay, let's feed them some alfalfa so they don't perish overnight. Don't want to forget to feed them in the excitement of getting new toys. Or new animal toys, or whatever you want to call them. So, I think we'll take all of the alfalfa over there, because I don't really need to sell it. So, we will just feed it all to our goats. Let's take care of that now, and then they won't perish overnight. And we will have happy goats producing milk. They have enough for now, that's the main thing. And I guess we should put the rest back in our storage. I think this is a great place to leave this episode. We will continue the palletizing next month once the snow hopefully stops, and we will earn some more money and look at what else we're going to do with our income for the year. Obviously need to repair our tractor. Our large tractor. That's going to be a priority. thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying seeing our farm expand here in Pallegney. If you are, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, take care for now.